Hello and welcome to Green Like Me. My name is Robert Parson and I'm a member of the Florissant Environmental Quality Commission. We are here today with one of our cool city businesses, and the cool city business is Fashion Craft Carpet, and we're here with their owner, Larry Slominski. How are you doing today, Larry?
I'm doing fine.
Okay, before we get started, Larry, I want to just make sure that people who may be unaware, I want to explain what a cool city is and a cool city business is. Several years ago, the city of Florissant became involved in a program with over 200 other communities in 38 states that wanted to do things to try and improve the environment in their local communities. And they do this by increasing their recycling efforts and making a reduction in pollution. Now, the city of Florissant, our EQC, what we do is we approach businesses within the city of Florissant who are doing things to reduce their carbon footprint. And Fashion Craft Carpet is one good example of a business who does that. So, Larry, if you can explain to the people a little bit about your business and what you guys do.
Well, we're a floor covering retailer. Our primary business, our primary product is carpet. That's probably 90% of our sales is replacing carpet in homes out here in Florissant that need replacing. We install the carpet and we sell it and we install it. We tear out the old stuff and recycle it, the old stuff. And that's a very brief. We also sell laminate, hardwood, and vinyl. And we install those professionally as well.
Okay, okay. And how long have you guys been in business?
Well, our store is in its 71st year. It's in my 41st year that I've owned it. I'm giving my age away now, but we've been out here all those years, and to my knowledge, I believe we're the oldest floor covering store out here in Florissant.
Okay, that's great. That's great. And you guys, all of your employees, they're all local?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
My installers and my assistant, the lady that helps me out here, they all live in Florissant.
Okay, outstanding. And what do you guys do on a daily basis to try and save energy within your store?
Within the store, we have, I can tell you this, our overall electric bill and gas bill is less than $1,000 a year on each of those, which is lower than, I live in a rather small home, it's lower than my small home's electric and gas bill. But our windows are new, and they're double pane weather insulated windows. We have a programmable thermostat that turns the heat up in the winter when we're not here in the evenings to a level, or turns it down in the winter to like 58 degrees, so we're not heating this place excessively at night when we don't need to. And the same with the air conditioning. In the summer when we leave, we turn it up to like 90 degrees actually, to keep it from running all night long. And between that and we have our light bulbs up here, our energy efficient fluorescent bulbs. We have our track lights on right now as we're speaking, because it does add light to the store. And we turn those on when a customer comes in because it allows them to see the colors of the carpets better. But when there's no one here, we turn those off because those do generate some heat.
Okay, okay. Now, do you guys use recyclable materials for your carpeting?
We use a lot of it. It is really, it's been amazing to me, as long as I've been in this business for over 40 years, how it's gotten to this point of how the carpets that we sell are so much involved with recycling. Over 2/3 of our carpets in our store here that you see, all of which is Mohawk carpet, we're a Mohawk carpet dealer, are made out of recyclable materials, either partially or 100%. And what's an amazing thing to me is, and I brought this out just to demonstrate, everybody knows these plastic bottles.
Okay. All right.
There's billions of them around, you know, and they end up in landfills when people put them in their trash can. But there's a program out for folks that do recycle where these plastic bottles end up into carpet, if you can believe that. This little carpet board here, which is showing you some carpet samples, all of which are on that wall right there, it shows you how they take these plastic bottles and recycle them into carpet. It starts out with the bottle, and Mohawk recycles this year 5 billion of these get recycled into carpet fiber as opposed to going into landfills. It starts out with the bottle goes and they break it down into little recycled chips. That gets made into yarn, those chips, and then that gets into carpet. And you end up with this. And to me, that's kind of like magic.
Okay, far more smarter people have decided on that process than
Oh
me.
yeah.
So,
Because when I first started in this business, all the carpet, there was very little wool carpet around even back then when I started, but and there's even less now. But that's a an animal fiber wool. But almost all the carpets were made out of fossil fuel generated synthetic fibers like nylon. Everybody's heard of nylon and polyester. Those are all made out of fossil fuel, basically from oil, which is a limited resource. Nowadays, we make carpets out of this. We also make carpets that are actually made out of renewable materials like crops, like corn, if you can believe that. There's actually products now that we have that, this one here, for example, is Smart Strand, made out of Smart Strand yarn, and that's made out of 37% renewable product, which is corn, basically, if you can believe that.
okay.
And then when we get done with selling the carpet to a customer and we go out and install it, when we tear out the old carpet that we're replacing, we don't throw that into a landfill either.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. We'd like to know what happens when you go rip all that carpet and the padding up. What goes on with that? Is that recycled also?
Yes, we take that to a recycling center and it gets eventually recycled back into the system, and it's again broken back down like we saw here on this little board here, and then it gets remade into new yarn for carpet. It gets made into automotive products, and also into the furniture industry. Okay. So none of that ends up in landfills. And if you can imagine the millions and millions of square yards or billions of square feet of carpet that if that ended up in a landfill like it used to a long time ago, how that is not very friendly to the ecosystem.
Okay, okay. Now, I don't know if you touched on this before, but I know you sell carpeting and you do laminate and things like that, but can you tell our viewers what percentage of your materials that you sell come from recyclable material?
I would say over 2/3 of the products you see in the store now are made out of recycled materials, either partially or 100%.
Okay, okay.
Some of the latest carpet introductions from Mohawk are 100% made out of recycled materials.
Outstanding, outstanding. Well, Larry, I really appreciate you speaking with us today here on Green Like Me, and we appreciate your business being a part of the Cool City Business Program. Can you please let everyone know where your location is and
Sure.
telephone number and website if you have one?
Sure. We don't have a website. I guess we're from the old school, but we're right here on North Lindbergh, North Highway 67. Our address is 2306 North Highway 67. We're directly across the street from the Target and the St. Louis Bread Company, and next to the FedEx building to our right here. Our phone number is 314-838-6969. And I'd just like to mention that from now until the end of the year, because the fall is a time of the year when folks start thinking about the inside of their house, getting it ready for the long winter. And that's when when activity in terms of replacing floor covering becomes more intense. And we're offering a free installation promotion between now and the first of the year, where anyone that buys any of these recycled materials will come out and install them for you professionally with our staff, which is our staff. We don't use outside contractors, for free.
Okay, outstanding. So that's a really good deal. And in closing, I just want to let everyone know, if they want to learn more about being a Cool City business in our Cool City program, please visit the City of Florissant website at www.florissantmo.com, and you can also like the EPC Florissant on Facebook. Thank you. We are now here at Dooley's Florists and Gifts with the owner, Patty Sosa, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her business and how long you guys have been in business. Can you let the viewers know, please?
Sure. We've been here since 1966. My parents, John and Pearl Dooley, started and opened the flower shop. They are both deceased now, but I got into the floral business right after high school and just loved it, and went to floral design school and just took it over.
Okay, outstanding.
And, yeah.
Okay, so we do know that you guys have mainly a lot of flowers here, and it smells wonderful in here, by the way. But
Thank you.
what sort of gifts do you have here that you can sell to our citizens? of
Well,
Florissant?
we
Okay.
have something new this year is the T-shirts from Florissant Old Town Partners. We sell those. We have two different color choices. We also sell different scarves, handbags, pitcher, a lot of things that you can put flowers in, and also have a gift item with those. Plants, of course, and in the spring and all summer and fall, we also do outdoor hanging baskets, patio containers, things like that.
That's great. That's great. Now, what does Dooley's Florissant Gifts do to save energy on a daily basis?
On a daily basis, we we've always tried to do the energy efficient lighting.
Okay.
And our last furnace heating purchase was a major upgrade from what we used to have. We are looking into replacing our front windows to a more thermal type of window. They're original, they need some work, I'm afraid. But
Okay, I understand that. Now, as far as Dooley's is concerned, do you guys do anything in terms of composting? We know that you're dealing with a lot of plants and flowers and such. Do you do any composting here?
we do not do composting. We do separate all of our organic material, which we then use the yard waste recycle for that.
Okay, so all of the dead flowers
cut
and all
flowers.
the cut flowers, they go
Yes.
into the recycling bin.
Usually, hopefully we don't have dead flowers, but but we have a lot of stems and we have a lot of greenery and sometimes plants that have not done so well. So, but mostly a lot of cut flower foliage and stems and things like that go into that container.
Okay. I can imagine that you guys have to do a lot of watering on all the plants that are here. Do you have some sort of irrigation system, or how do you normally
Not an
do
irrigation
things? Okay.
system, but we do reuse the water that we have for our flowers. So when our flowers come in and they're processed and then put in water buckets, we do reuse the water from those buckets when we use the flowers out of them. So constantly just taking those outside or putting them into another container where we can water the plants inside. So we do try to reuse the water wherever we can.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Now, does your business use any recyclable materials in
We
their
do.
store?
We
Okay.
use glassware. I try to purchase recycled glass. We kind of have a program a while with people. If they return vases to us, we'll clean them. We send a lot down to Village of the Blue Rose. And sometimes if people want to bring in their own vase, that was kind of our original thought. Bring in your own vase, fill it with flowers, or we can use your vase. We like to do that. Also, we get styrofoam in a lot of our packaging from gift items and baskets, and we use the styrofoam in the bottom of baskets that we do planters in. So a lot of times we do these
interesting.
big baskets of different plants, and you need different heights. So we use the styrofoam in there.
That's
Also,
interesting
our
because
boxes too. I'm sorry.
I was just saying it's interesting that you're able to find a use for that styrofoam. A lot of people are unaware or about the fact that you can't recycle styrofoam. So if you're finding a different use for that's outstanding. Even though you can't turn it into our normal trash haulers, it can be used in your business in some other fashion. So that's great.
Yeah, we used to have peanuts too, and I had a company that would use the peanuts because they would send their product to customers. So I was giving them our peanuts because I hate those, but anyway. And then also too, the boxes we get that our flowers come in, we recycle the flower boxes. We have 2 wholesalers that take their boxes back, and we recycle and use them that way.
Okay.
Some go out to the recycle, the pickup, because there's a lot of boxes, but 2 wholesalers will take them back and reuse them.
Okay, okay.
That's good.
What do you think is your biggest challenge in being green?
Oh, let's see. The biggest challenge I would say would be when you're busy and trying to, I mean, we're used to like just throwing things on the floor when we're working, but trying to separate the items into the different containers. So we have containers for organic material, we have the container for paper, plastic, and then we have the container for just regular trash, you know, we can't recycle. So that's probably the biggest thing.
Well, Patty, I just want to thank you for being one of our new Cool City businesses, and we appreciate your involvement in the community and the ways that your business is reducing their carbon footprint. Is there any information you would like to tell everyone about the location of your business, like your website and telephone number and address?
Sure. Our website is dooleysflorist.com. We're at the corner of Lafayette and St. Francis, four-way stop sign right in front of our shop. Parking is on the street or on the side of our building. Love to have people come in and see what we have, and we would like to encourage everyone to do their part in recycling.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And once again, we want to thank you all for watching Green Like Me. If you want to know more about becoming a Cool City business, please go to the City of Florissant website, which is www.florissantmo.com, and like EQC Florissant on Facebook. And if you would like to attend one of our meetings, they're always open to our citizens of Florissant. We have them on the third Wednesday of every month, and they start at 7 p.m. in the James J. Egan Center. And once again, I'm Robert Parson from the Florissant Environmental Quality Commission, and thank you for watching.